Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jay. Today we're going to look at the S.H.Figuarts Piccolo from Dragon Ball Superhero. Now, I know this movie came out like a couple years ago, and I know this might be an old figure, but I don't care. I absolutely have good things to say about this figure, and some not good things about this figure. So, let me know if y'all guys are a big fan of Dragon Ball Superhero. I haven't seen that movie. I don't really watch a lot of Dragon Ball movies. I've seen Broly, and there's other ones that are just kind of forget. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is we're gonna look at this S.H.Figuarts Piccolo, which this is easily probably like my second favorite figure in the line. But I know that they're gonna release a new S.H.Figuarts of Piccolo for Dragon Ball Z Daima. Not Dragon Ball Z Daima, for Dragon Ball Daima. I apologize. Sometimes it's harder for me not to say Dragon Ball without just saying Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that's the one I'm pretty sure everyone knows and seen instead of the original series. But either way, we're going to look at the packaging. The packaging, I was going to say it looks nice with this silver. But if you look closely, it's scratched up. I got this on Amazon, and I never had an SH figure coming in like that. I never had an S.H.Figuarts coming in like that. So when I saw this, I was a bit disappointed, but of course I do take the figures out of the packaging, and it looks, it was gonna look nice, but of course it just came in like that. So I would recommend get your figures on eBay or on Big Bad Toy Store. Mainly Big Bad Toy Store. They have good figures. Of course, you see more stuff over here that you can do with the posabilities and all that stuff. And of course, authentic. Boom. There we go. Pretty sure there's other ways, like this little sticker like right here too. Anyways, so we're gonna look at this figure, and I'm pretty excited about. But before we even look at it, we're gonna look at the accessories. I should have done that. I don't. Anyways, so are y'all guys gonna get the new Dragon Ball Daima of Piccolo? Because me personally, I'm not gonna get it. I know that they're gonna release it like in October, I think. I'm definitely gonna get the reissue, or it has a new body, so it's not really considering it a reissue. But I am gonna get that new body of for Goku, because I know that they're releasing the beginning or something. I don't know. It was from the Saiyan saga, and it had some new scopes, new molds, and I was pretty excited. And with the other one from Dragon Ball Daima of Piccolo, I'm probably not gonna get that. This Piccolo is my definitive Piccolo. I don't need like every other Piccolo, because it's just gonna be the same thing or whatnot. But either way, I'm pretty excited. I will probably see videos on how people would like that figure, and either way, we're gonna just see how it is, because I know that they changed the legs, and I don't know, it looked too smooth, and this one just had like that. I don't know. It's saggy, I guess. I mean, like, look at it. It's pants. It's supposed to look like this, of course. But anyways, we're gonna look at his head scopes. Well, actually, I kind of want to look at this one first. So first, we got this head scope. Just him smiling. I was gonna get that other S.H.Figuarts of Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, but I was like, no, I don't think it's worth it. I don't like how the toes are, even though that's how it is in the anime. But of course, this one is more accurate to the manga, and the other one was with pink, which I like the pink one, but this one I like how accurate it looks. But either way, if you look closely, you got that damn little smirky smile. Yes, Piccolo, we see the drip. We see the drip. We get it, Piccolo. After you get your ass beat, just like how Vegeta gets all cocky and then gets his ass beat. Even though Vegeta is my favorite character, but god damn it. But either way, paint job looks nice. You gotta be careful. I mean, they don't really like fall off easily. I never really had a problem. But I would rather just for everyone to be careful, because, ooh, if you drop this and somebody breaks this, ooh, I feel like people would get mad, because hell, I would too. Next one, we're gonna look at this angrier look. If you look close, you can see his teeth right there. Of course, You see some lines make him look more mad, look more angry, you know. And of course, not that much. It just looks very good. Nice sculpt, nice paint jobs. I really don't have any problems with any of these head sculpts, but it looks nice. It looks very, very nice. Of course, probably my favorite one, and then the second favorite is the smiling one. But we got him with him just being very angry. You could see his, yeah, he got his purple tongue. He got, did he always have purple tongue? Well, whatever. That's not the point. The point is the figure. But you could see his teeth pointing out, like right there. Of course. Look at that. Looks very good. More angry. I know that the Dragon Ball Z one, I was going to get that, like I said, but eh. And then the Dragon Ball Daima, I'm also going to pass because, like I said, this is my definitive one. Has a decent amount of accessories, good posing, good looking legs. I don't like how the new one looks because it looks like the original S.H.Figuarts of Piccolo. And I'm like, huh. I know there's going to be people that are loving it, and they also gave a cape with that one. And I'm like, really? You're not going to give a cape with this one? But to be honest, I would just probably just ordered like a custom cape on eBay or something. So I want to put the accessories right here before we continue. I'm just going to leave this one, this angry head. I like that one. So let me know what's your favorite character. Is it Goku? I know everyone, of course, loves Goku. Is it Piccolo? Is it Trunks? Is it Gohan? You know, is it Bulma, Chi-Chi? There's so many characters that are good that I like. But either way, we're gonna actually hold on. I kind of actually just want to leave everything to the side. Yeah, that should be done. All right. So let's talk about his hands. Now I'm just gonna show one hand because they look the same. There's no difference. But of course, look at that. You can see some creases on the handprints. Look at that. Nice. And of course, since Piccolo got all emo, he painted his nose black. Of course, I know that's how it is in the manga or whatnot, but in the Dragon Ball Z, it was like white or kind of yellowish, whitish, whatever. And yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind which handprints. I don't mind which ones. But look at that. That looks pretty good. And I guess you could also consider this one kind of Dragon Ball Daima because this is how he looks, but except, you know, with more better, good-looking legs. I don't know. I know people might hate me for that, but it's not a bad-looking figure. It's just this one, I don't know. It has more details with the legs. The other ones just look flat and just bland, you know, just flat and really nothing much. Also, this guy's double articulation, while the other one is just single. Anyways, we got two of these hands. Little gripping hands or whatnot. Of course, look closely. More creases, more details in the hands. I like when figures do that. I love when S.H.Figuarts or NECA, they always put little creases in their hands, just like how real people do it. I mean, well, not real. How real people have it. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But looks nice. It's not that bad. Looks pretty good. I really don't have, well, I do have some complaints, which we will talk about. But, and then this one is, of course, instant transmission or special beam cannon. I know that's how I pose him up with the special beam cannon. Of course, very nice. Very nice. Looks a bit shiny. Like, it kind of looks matte, but then when you put it in the light, it looks a bit shiny. I don't know. I know that the original one, well, there's so many other original Piccolos, and I'm not talking about the first one, but the Dragon Ball Z one. I know that he was a bit shiny. Now this one looks a bit kind of matte, but still see some shiny. The Daima one, oh my god, that is way more shinier. I don't know what they're doing with that, but I'm gonna move all the accessories here, and then later we're gonna change them out, move them around. Of course, we did change his head, which of course my favorite head sculpt. And yeah. I was really pleasantly surprised. I don't know why I'm always pleasantly surprised, by S.H.Figuarts. They always make great stuff. Well, not always. I know sometimes they have problems with them. So, let's talk about the man himself. So, let's take off his head. Now, of course, he can look up and down. But since he has no like hair or nothing, you could also just move this, put it down, turn it, and it could just move side to side. Now it could look like he's moving side to side, whatever you want. See, let's try it out. See? Kinda, yeah. Of course, with the looking up, not bad, pretty good. And looking down, looks pretty good. Now, of course, with some S.H.Figuarts, well, probably all of them actually, they always have neck movements. So yeah, you can move their necks, making sure you could see that. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. And now, we're gonna talk about his arms. Well, of course, you could, since these are on little butterfly joints, looks fucking ugly and really weird on the back. I feel like with the new Dragon Ball Daima, I know that the, let's say with the GT Goku, I know that he has his sleeves that don't do this. And his arms are just connected to the sleeves, and it doesn't show this ugly gap like with the others, other Gokus or maybe other Piccolos, which it's probably going to be a positive, but for me, it doesn't look bad when you look at it in the front. Of course, you can move it up, so you can make it look straight like that, or you can move it down like how it looks like on the box. Of course, you see this, a bit of a gap right there, but of course, if you just move it, because you could move these. You could move these. It's not more of a pain in the ass like how Goku is, because I do have my problems with that one, but you could do that. Of course, we're gonna move this little swivel right here. Of course, see, you gotta be careful because his arms like that. I always get so scared about breaking these figures because that's what happened to my Indiana Jones when I was trying to move him around. But anyways, that's going to be for another video. But of course, swivel. Nice. Double jointed, if you could see. Also pinless. Very, very nice. I feel like you could also take off this arm because, of course, if you have the other Piccolo, I apologize. If you have the other Piccolo, I know he had like crossed arms and you could probably just switch those out. But of course, I think the color is going to be a little bit off because with the Dragon Ball Z, that one looked a bit, I wouldn't say bright, I guess. But the Dragon Ball Daima looks way brighter than this. Of course, that's how it is in the show. But tell me how y'all like Dragon Ball Daima. I think it's okay. I don't hate it. I just hate that they changed them as little kids for toy purposes. I see what y'all guys are doing. I don't know if no other Dragon Ball fan are noticing. Like if you're not noticing, then you're fucking dumb. No offense, but you're stupid if you don't notice that they just changed them as little kids. Of course, the little problem is doesn't have a red because you got those red lines and it connects over here. All right. So, yeah. Of course, if you are a fan of Daima, hey, man, not hating you. It's just, I think it's so fucking stupid. And I noticed what they're doing, why they change them into kids. They're going to just to sell toys. Just to sell toys. That's it. Just to sell toys. The story's also alright, but of course, you can move his hands. Or, if not, you could just change these around. Switch it. Make his hands go like that, which I'll probably not do it, but I know people could just do it for themselves, whatever pose y'all want. It's your figure. The imagination goes wild. You just go nuts. I always get so nervous because look how skinny, look how tiny. Hold on, I hope you can see. Look how tiny that looks. And if you look closely, you can kind of see some bright green. I don't know if you could, but with one of the hands, you can see some bright green. And as soon as I see that bright green that looks kind of white, I'm like, oh God, does that mean it's gonna break off? And I got this figure last year. I know it's old, but I got this one last year. But I was like, oh fuck it, and I was actually pretty happy with this figure. Of course, picking his arms up, side to side. You could also move it, so pretty good. You could also pick him up. See? And of course, legs. Whoo! He could do the Van Damme split, the Jean-Claude Van Damme split. Oh my God. Look at that. That looks fucking good. That looks good. Of course, let's see about kick. Pretty good. Let's see about the back. Also pretty good. So, with this figure, I was, like I said, I was really fucking happy. And I'm still am. Now, of course, double jointed. Like, see, that looks, like, I know it looks a bit weird, but then when you just back up, you really don't notice it until you move it closely. And with the Daima, it's gonna look this smooth. It's gonna look that smooth, really? Like, really? You're not gonna make it look bunched up or just a bit roughed up? Or like, really? Come on now. Now, of course, you have a little swivel right there. You could also move the legs, okay? Move the little feet, I mean. And of course, as always, toes. With the toes, I don't know, it looks a bit weird. Of course, when you have him just standing, doing whatever poses you want, it looks good. Of course, they don't show no screws like was it the, I'm pretty sure it was the Goku, or hold on. Yep, it was, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna pull this one out. The Vegeta. A second one that I actually fucking love. It's a great Vegeta. You see how they got that screw right there? How it's just silver and not painted, but this one painted brown. I like that. Nice. So, of course, we're gonna, oh, okay. I have to fix him up. So, of course, we're gonna put him in different accessories. Of course, I did switch his head. So now, let's just get that angry head. Of course. Just in case you want to see it again. It's pretty good. Now, it's also goes in fit. It fits in nice, I mean. It fits in nice and tight. Very wonderful. Of course, we could change this little hand. Again, I always get so nervous moving these figures around because I didn't know how sensitive these figures were going to be until I see reviews, and sometimes, reviews on like YouTube or maybe like on Amazon, because I know sometimes people could get a defective figure, which I only got a defective box, but that's about it. But the figure itself, ooh, looks good. So of course, let's put him in a pose, okay? You can put his, let's see, switch that, move it around, and boom. It's what I like. It's what I like. So I always think, of course, S.H.Figuarts is way better than Marvel Legends. Of course, move the neck. Oh, you could kind of move it just a bit, but just to remind you. See? I don't know if you could tell the difference. That's how much of a difference it looks. It's so little, you don't even notice. Okay, have his arm like that, pick it up. And of course, have him do the splits like that. Not the splits, but you know, spread his legs. And then, boom. Special beam cannon. Looks pretty good. Well, actually, what I also do is I put his toes like that. Stand still. There we go. See? So there you go. It looks fucking nice. It looks great. That's how I always have my Piccolo just stand. And then afterwards, we're gonna talk about the details with the figure itself, because like I said, there's things that I like and some things that I don't like. But for starters, the thing I don't like doesn't. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave that headpiece on. The things that don't come with the cape doesn't come with the cape. But of course, later if you still have the original one, I will show you. I don't know if it happens for every Piccolo, but now I'm gonna switch these hands. Actually, I'm probably gonna have this box right here since I'm gonna be switching everything around. So I'm gonna just put those fists right there. And of course, goddamn, what moves that Piccolo used for the? I know that there's so many moves. If you go on Google, look up different Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball moves. They're gonna show you so many from the original series, from Dragon Ball Z, from Dragon Ball GT, and it's like, oh my god, there's too much. There's too much moves. Like, oh, it could be a headache. It could be a headache. Okay, see? Now he's gonna play patty cake with you, but of course, fix his legs like that. I'm gonna pose him up, of course. Hold on. Gonna have to fix the neck, fix the ball joint. All right, and then afterwards, there you go. You just gotta, there you go. You gotta arch that back. There you go. So, looks pretty good. Of course, I'm not gonna be fixing the feet right now. No time for that, because we're gonna do some, well, I just fixed it right there, but we're gonna do more poses. Just a little bit, because I don't want to make this video go too long like my other videos. Because again, there's things to say and things not to say about this figure. And of course, his there we go. Gotta fix his neck. Okay, make sure he stands straight. I don't think I've ever had this figure fall over, to be honest. He stands very well. He stands very nice. He stands way better than Trunks and Vegeta. I know some people have problems with those feet that they have, but to me, I honestly don't mind, because I know some people hate it. I know it might be controversial, but you gotta move those figures and learn, and then afterwards have fun with it. Go nuts with it. Because there's so many things with figures that people just open it up and just don't try to, you know, already pose them up. No, you gotta make them nice, perfect, move them around, and see what happens. So of course, we got these, his little grabbers, his little grabby hands. I also like these hands as well. It's just, anytime I see his little claws, I know they're not claws, they're just his long fingernails. God damn it, Piccolo, cut your shit. It gets worse like mine, but either way, it looks good. It looks nice. So now we're just gonna have this figure standing normal, because there's some things I want to talk about with this figure. I'm not even gonna change the hat, I'm just gonna leave it like that. But there we go. Again, I just get so freaking nervous, just messing it up. Okay, there we go. You always got to hear that click. You always got to hear that click. So now, I'm going to move his accessories to the side. And now we're just going to look at the figure himself. Of course, he looks a bit too shiny. When you don't have the lights, he looks, I guess, matte. Because I know with the original one, all the other ones, they look very shiny. But, I mean, look at that. So, of course, like I said, we got some details on the chest. Look at that. You can see his muscles a bit. You could see some neck veins. You could see that. Of course, there's more in the back. Little details on the neck. Oh, by the way, before I continue and forget, if you still have the original Piccolo or any type of Piccolo, you could just do that. Because I know they have the cape, and then with the cape, there's a little piece to connect with it, and then you could just put it right there. But like I said, me personally, he looks good without it, even though I do like Piccolo with the cape. And look, you could barely see it. Literally, you could just, right here, you just pull it off. That's the first thing I did when I got this figure. I was looking at him and making sure, oh, didn't know you could do that. Of course, it looked a bit weird. Did you see how that? Okay, we're gonna talk about that. I never noticed that until now. So, of course, I'm gonna continue. I want to talk about his clothes, his skin, because look closely. Look at that Namek. Look at that Namek skin. He looks like a goddamn pickle. I mean, that's why they call him Piccolo. Look, it feels rough, but that's how I like it. It feels nice. It has texture. It has texture. I like that. Of course, you have this original like, well, basically his original color in the manga. I never read the manga, but I look at pictures and I heard that's how he looks. I was like, okay, I like something more accurate, even though I like the pink, but it's pretty good. And let's just talk about his bagginess. Like I said, with the Dragon Ball Daima, they made his legs look so smooth. Like, I don't know why. I don't like how it looks. I like how these look. I think these look way better. Might be controversial. Maybe on the back, not so pretty, but if you just don't mind it and just forget, oh, it's an action figure. Even though there's action figures that could hide their posability. But of course, this figure, it's great. But you have some bagginess, it's just wrinkle. It's wrinkle. I like that. It gives it more texture. It gives it more of a personality. And of course, you could see some Piccolo cheeks. You could see that Piccolo cheeks right there. Not bad, not bad. But the pants looks great. His top looks great. You also have this little, I don't think it's a belt, but it can move. It can move. And of course, like I said, you could pick him up a bit. You could really get any good poses with these Dragon Ball figures. I mean, god damn it. And then his shoes. His shoes also have texture. Look at that. Looks good. There's the bottom. Really not that much. Looks, it might be a little messy because, I mean, god damn, I have this figure posed in different ways. Of course, you look closely right here. I like how they weren't too lazy. They actually added his little skin with those little patterns, I guess you could say, that he has. But, I mean, look at that. That looks good. So, overall, with this figure, the only thing I kind of don't like about it is you don't get a cape. Of course, I could just order one on eBay, but I said that like last year and I still didn't get it because I could be perfectly fine with this. And also another thing is, it's not a problem. Well, it is a problem with me. The box got fucked up when I got it on Amazon. Like I say, get your stuff at Big Bad Toy Store. And also, you get a decent amount of accessories. It's kind of like with Trunks. He didn't come a lot, but as long as the figure is good, I'm completely fine. But yeah, I kind of wish that he came like with the, I don't know, like with an effect or something. They used to give these figures effect, but I don't know where the fuck you're gonna fit that around. So unless you could move these hands right there and then have the effect right there. Wow, I'm thinking outside the box more than S.H.Figuarts. I'm kidding, but I know they have their problems sometimes. So what am I gonna give this figure? What am I gonna give this figure? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give him a 9. I am absolutely. I was gonna say an 8, but I was like, you know what? They're just little problems. Like the figure's still good. He could still move well. Still, you could get some good poses with those accessories. Good head scopes. Yeah, there's no effect pieces and no cape. That's why I can't get a 10. But like a 9, it's not bad. I absolutely love this Piccolo figure. I think it's probably the greatest Piccolo figure that they released. And of course, I know this is old. I don't care. To me, it's completely new, even though I got it last year. But it's just a phenomenal figure. What can I say? So, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all do enjoy this video, like, subscribe, share it with your friends or family. I don't know, whatever y'all want to do. If you want to tell your parents, hey, can I get this? Or your friends or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, hey, can you give me this? Show them this video and why they should get you this, because like I said, it's a phenomenal figure. A 9 out of 10 for me. It's great, has good posability, fantastic. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I hope y'all guys do enjoy this video, because like I say, I love making these videos. It's pretty fun and entertaining for me to do this. So I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day, a good morning, a good night, wherever y'all are in this massive world. And I hope y'all guys take care of yourself. And I'll see y'all guys another time. Thank you.